Welcome to this latest video. I'm going to show you the new tank I had to pick up. I had to replace my blue one. It started having some issues. The part that screws the mouthpiece in is actually came disconnected from the mouthpiece and is actually inside, so it doesn't actually screw out. It pushes in, but it's not an airtight seal, so it doesn't work as well. So when I was picking up my Mountain Dew flavored liquid, picked up this new tank, which I've used. I don't know if you can see it because of the light. Yep. Brand name is called Lotus. As you can see, it looks like I think the C5 this is called, tank. There's some differences though. Um, with the C5, this one, you unscrew the mouthpiece and you fill up the liquid from the top. I'm careful not to get it down into the middle, but around the sides. And as you can see, the atomizer in this tank is up here at the top, and the wick, 3 on each side, goes all the way down. And the way it works is the wick gets saturated, and the longer the liquid is in here, the more the wick absorbs the liquid and up into the atomizer. The problem with this one though is when it starts getting down pretty low, you'll notice that it's not hitting as strong as when it's first filled up, because even though the wick is saturated, the top of the wick will still be kind of drying out from the liquid. I guess you can roll it on its sides to resaturate the upper parts of it. That's the basic operation of this tank. This Lotus tank, though, you can see the mouthpiece doesn't come off here at the tip. And you can see the inside that the atomizer is actually down here at the bottom. Let me unscrew it. You unscrew it from the bottom. And you take out the atomizer part. You can see it's a different design. The wicks, don't know how well you can see it, but the wicks are very small, but they are down at the bottom. Now looking at the rest of the tank, you can see the tube up in the middle. That is sealed. It basically, the outside goes down, and then the mouthpiece basically folds in and forms that middle tube. So when you fill it, you don't want to fill it down the middle there, because that will just make it run out the mouthpiece down at the bottom or the top. Still want to fill it up from the side. And it's got the markers. And the great thing about this one I've been finding out since I was using it is you can have it upside down and it's not gonna leak out at all through any cracks or anything, because there's nothing for it to leak out of once you have it filled up properly. And then when you put the atomizer back in, the tip of the atomizer, you can see, goes down into that tube, and as you screw it in, the rubber piece that holds the wicks seals that inner tube. So the liquid is completely sealed in the reservoir. I didn't fill it up as much as the first time. I only filled it about halfway this time, as you can see. Having it upside down, it looks like it's filled up more. But when you turn it right side up, I filled it up about, actually almost all the way, the more I'm looking at the liquid. And then screw it back onto the battery. and enjoy the vaping. Very good. This Mountain Dew flavor is good. I do love this tank. It comes in different colors. This is they call it black, but it's mostly just a darker than clear. But they have a completely clear one. They had a red one. I want to say they had a purple one also. They didn't have blue though. If they would have had blue, I would have gotten the blue, but they did not. But the Lotus brand tanks, very awesome. The lady at the tobacco store said that they are popular, and people come back and say, "Oh man, I love that tank. It's the best one I've used." And I can see why. I mean, I've used it just today. I mean, I got it today when I had to replace this blue one, and it's awesome. Um, if or when I ever have to replace this one, I'm going to replace it with another Lotus tank. So definitely, if if you need to replace your tank, try to find a Lotus tank or one that's similar in design, and you'll be very happy with it. But going back here, with the wicks not being very long, they don't have to be. It's down at the bottom. Of course, even as the liquid's getting lower and lower and lower, the wicks are at the very bottom. So it's gonna you're gonna get maximum amount of it. Unlike these longer wicks where the lower it gets, like I said, the tops of them towards the up here towards the atomizers may start to dry out a little bit from not being soaked in the liquid. So definitely the Lotus brand tanks are awesome. Like I said, if you need to or just want to replace your tanks, definitely pick up this Lotus one. You'll be very happy with it. I am so far. And the cost of the tank, it was the tobacco store I bought it at had it marked at $5.20. Of course, a couple cents for tax and stuff. So they're not very expensive. When it comes to tanks, actually, that seems to be on the cheaper side. Most of the tanks I've come across are anywhere between $8 and $15. So not bad price, awesome design. I love it. Go out and pick it up, man.